All right, I'm going to do this video on chasing the money today. I'm going to do this while I'm back testing, and we either get to see me back testing a lot or listen to me speak a lot. So bear with me, folks, and we'll get through this. This chasing the money is it comes with a lot of symptoms. It's kind of to me it is the crux of our trading issues. We all come into this business to make money. We want to build a business that's profitable. We want to increase our income or whatever. We have the dreams, we have all the things, and we want to make the money. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to make money. Where the problem is when we start chasing the money only. Some of the symptoms of chasing the money I've noticed for me, I've noticed FOMO, fear of missing out, FOLO, fear of losing out, greed, early entries, entering a trade too early, taking a high risk trade, or entering too late. Forcing a trade setup. Forcing a trade setup. Stop there. Here's a good example of forcing a trade setup. I'm doing trend lines, and I'm going to go and run a trend line right here and hope it breaks between the all-time high and the trend line. I mean, that's not even worthy trend line to have there. If I'm a trend line trader, there's nothing there to take. If it broke it, it's going to get knocked around. That to me is forcing a trade. You can do that with support and resistance. You can come in and say, oh no, I think that's a support resistance line, and then that's a support resistance line, and maybe that's a support resistance line if I move it just a little bit this way or that way. And so you end up kind of doing it because you see something that you think might be a good trade, and you're trying to just like force the trade. Rather than sitting back and taking a look at it and stuff. One of the things that helps me, because I'm guilty at forcing a trade. The things that has helped me is marking my charts. I trade the 1 hour chart, but I mark up the daily only. I watch the daily for setups. Then I go to the 1 hour and I don't mark anything here. I'm looking for reactions off the daily markups. And that keeps me from forcing it. You can see here if I go to the 1 hour time frame, and as a trendline trader, I've got tons of trend lines I could have in here. But I'm looking at all these little moves and thinking I don't want those. If I did that, I would just have a bunch of small moves, more fake outs, more issues, all because I'm trying to force a trade. You can't force a trade. You need to relax. You know, that saying that everybody's heard, let the trade come to you, is probably one of the hardest things to learn. Another symptom, you're upset because you didn't get all the move. You got in a trade here, you got out here and you saw it continue up 2 more candles, and you're upset. I didn't get it all. Who cares? You got what you wanted. You got your 1 to 3. You got your move. You're good. Be happy with your profit. Don't worry about what you didn't get. That is just going to cause a mental block and anxiousness. And maybe next time I'm going to hold, but next time it may just cut you right off. So never be upset you didn't get all the move. Know what you want to get and get it. That's all that matters. Cutting profits too soon. A lot of people, they'll get in a trade, they'll see this candle move up, and as soon as they get a little pullback on the next candle, they're cutting their trade. That is it's chasing the money. I know it seems like it's not, but it is. It's saying, I got to keep my money. I can't let it take it back. We're building a trading business, building a system and an edge that allows you to allow your trades to move to your target. Now, if that is your target, that's one thing. If your target's here and you're taking profits down here because you saw a little wick come down, here's a really good one. Let's say your profit target's up here and you just got in on this candle and you saw this wick pull back and you went and cut profits. That's chasing the money. You're afraid. You're afraid because you're going to lose the money that you feel like you so desperately need. Risking too much. Seeing a trade set up where you want to take a risk, you want to get in. Let's say you want to get in right here, but your risk has to go back behind the last pullback. And that risk right there is, say, $250. But you only want to take $200 worth of profit is your target. That's too much. That's just too much. You're only focused on how much profit can I get. I'll risk 250 to get 200 to get 150, wherever the next support resistance level is. That's not good money management, and not a good. It's chasing the money. It's just you want your risk to be less than where you see your profit. If you're risking 250, you want to make 250 or plus, and you want to know that you have a good conviction you're going to get at least a 1-to-1. That would be my suggestion. Anything less than a 1-to-1 is just pass that trade. Pass on it. Don't do it. Another way some people will do that is they'll do their entry here, and they know they can get to this support level. Maybe there's a key level right here, and they can get to that key level, so they know they can only risk 100. So they just go ahead and they put their stop here. Would have survived, but how many times would that have survived? And maybe it works. Backtest it and find out. But have a plan. Have a plan. Where do you put your stop loss? Whatever that rule is, that's what you want to keep. Don't change it to make money. Going live before you fully understand. That's a very tough one. We all want to go live because we want to make money. But at the same time, if you don't fully understand what your edge is, fully have a good, solid, well-practiced, paper-traded edge, then you're going live with a lot of risk only because you want to make money. You're ready to make money. You're focused on chasing the money, and that's a balance there. Maybe you've been paper trading pretty successfully for a while. You backtest and you feel really confident, and you know all your rules to your system, and you feel you're ready to take on those emotions and stuff. That's great. Do it. I highly recommend it because live trading is the best place to learn the next level of trading. You can't get it anywhere else. but don't let live trading start causing you to constantly change your instrument, your time frame, your strategy, your edge. If you're starting to do that because live trading is giving you losses on something you've back tested and proven and had success with, if you start changing it in live trading, you are reinventing your will. You're reinventing your edge to chase the money. So be cautious of that little trap. Emotional trading, not rules based. Emotional trading is, yeah, no, this doesn't fit my rules, but I know it's going to go up. I know it's gonna move. I know it's those words kill you. I had an observation today that there are as many geniuses, armchair quarterbacks in trading as there is in football or any sport. Everybody's an expert about the game that played, yet nobody considers what was happening in the people that were in the heat of the moment, making decisions before they knew what was going to happen. Instead, everybody's always an expert after it happened. So, to me, that just shows how much emotion is in trading, how much emotion causes problems. And I'm speaking a lot for myself. I would see a setup that wasn't quite ready. This will go to early entry. I'd be making an early entry because I just know that it's going to give me the right signal after I enter to go long. And it would tag my entry and go short. And not give me the signal that I didn't wait for. Because I didn't want to miss that trade. I didn't want to miss that. I wanted that money. So how do you avoid these things? One, be aware. Be truly aware of yourself. If you're drawing a trend line, if I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I'm going to draw this trend line, all this looks like it'll work here. And, I think I can get another one right here. You're forcing it. If it doesn't look right, don't do it. Just get rid of it. Don't do it. You're forcing a trade. You're hoping for a trade. You can see here, I'm in the daily time frame. That was a legitimate trend line, but it doesn't fit it's too tight. It's it feels too forced to me. So I let it be. I don't do it. I mark my pullbacks for my support resistance. I haven't marked this one. I haven't marked this one because they're just not convincing for me. I have to really be careful not to force a trade. So be aware of how you're looking. What are you looking for? Know your setups, know your rules, and try. It's hard, but try to not force your rule before your rule shows you it's coming. One of the better ways of avoiding Chopper's 4-phase backtesting strategy. My 4-phase system is designed to help build your system, build your edge, build your rules. And it all starts without chasing the money. It all starts with you finding your strategy on a single contract, minimal amount in it because it's not about the dollars. My strategy, backtesting strategy to find your edge, to find your trading system, starts with experimentation. It goes to till you find your system, until you find an edge that you feel is working. Then you go and you prove that edge works. If it can't prove that it's given you good win rate results because we're not focused on dollars. I don't care how much you make. It could be, 50 cents a trade. It doesn't matter. We want a win rate. We want something that's consistent. We want something that's low risk and good reward. And then we're going to prove that works. If it doesn't work, we go back to the drawing board. We work on things. We tag things. We follow. It's all data based. It's all proven stuff. Third step, still not about making money. You're just going to start trying to see you're going to see if you can see your setup, your edge. You've been experimenting with it, but can you just run through and see it? Once you've proved it and you like it and you like the proof that you got, you like your results from that. I always say go paper trade. Add paper trading so you can just test your system on the live charts, and then also back testing. See it and start learning to see it. Once you're comfortable with that in phase 3, you're going to move to phase 4. Now you understand rules. You understand that system of not chasing the money but controlling the risk. That's the biggest thing you want to do. You're going to work on building a trade management system. Now you're going to work. How can I improve on my risk? How can I improve on my take profit? How can I improve on these different things and get the majority best results possible? Is it setting a 1 to 3 risk to reward and trailing my stop and knowing that I'm not always going to get the 3, but I know I can hit the 3 often? What is that like? Is it hitting a certain amount of ticks, a certain amount of pips, or whatever, a dollar amount that you know it can hit and that you can keep your stop at that level? Where's your stop going to be? Most trendline traders put their stop behind the safety line. I get in here. We have just for a quick example, I break here. My stop has to go below the safety line. That's how that's taught. I learned that way, but I also learned that I can take a stop and put it here underneath this last low wick, and if it's a good trade, it's not going to hit me. And I have some other techniques that I've used. So it helped me reduce my risk safely and allow myself to increase my profits. But I first started on how can I reduce my risk? How can I keep that low? And that's the 4 phases: experiment, prove it, see it, manage it. Other things, continued back testing to know it. I have my system. My system is now this year fully 100%. I don't see me changing anything all year. I'm done changing and tweaking. I love how I'm drawing my support resistance levels. I love how I draw my trend lines in the daily. And I love watching the daily to find my trade setup and then going to the hourly to trade off of those daily setups. It keeps me from over trading. It's a weakness I had, and this helps correct that weakness. Which over trading is, chasing the money. So now I spend time purposefully back testing this daily to hourly trade system. I want to see it. I want to practice it. I want to know how to do it. I want to see it almost naturally, like without even thinking. Kind of like practicing for tennis or golf. Tennis, practicing your backhand. Do it over and over, thousands of reps to get it to where when you're on a tournament and you're in a game and it's coming to your back. You don't even think about how you're going to hit it. It just automatically, you just see it, you go. You're not thinking about how you hold your racket or anything anymore. So that's what back testing is for. Take it slow, figure it out, drill it into your system so that when you're on the live charts, things are moving a little quicker, you can look at it with calmness. Stop changing it. That's a point that's very difficult. I went through my 4-phase backtesting system last year. The last piece of my puzzle I wanted to add, it was a higher time frame confluence. It took me a couple months coming into this year to figure out. Once I figured that out, I finally found where I'm at. I knew I traded support, resistance, and trend lines, and I've known that for the year. I got my system based off of that. What I did in the year was play around with different ways of drawing your support resistance, different methods of trendline breaks, seeing different patterns, understanding 2-point trendline break, understanding retest of a trend line, and understanding my support resistance. And so those were the little things that I kept tweaking. And I'd watch videos on market structure, watch videos on ICT, watch videos on all these things to kind of see how they're seeing the market and see if it can help me see the market differently. Some did, some did not. But at some point, you got to stop changing it. You got to come to a point where you're like, this is it. I love this. This is all I need. I understand this, and I don't care what happens. It proves itself. It says it's in backtesting. It's going to make me money. Now I'm just going to learn to see it better and better and better. It's not emotions in the beginning. Everybody comes into trading. They're losing. They're changing. They're switching. They're jumping from time frames and instruments. And all this stuff I'm not saying is bad. I'm just saying that it's okay if it's in backtesting and you're trying to find your edge. If you're going live and you don't know this yet, you're just jumping around and changing and messing with stuff and doing things. It's not emotions. It's that you don't have a system. It's that you're guessing. The only emotion that's being dealt with is the lack of discipline to find an edge to trade live. Build confidence in your system. Just talked about that. Back paper trading and back testing it. Build confidence. Feel like you know it. Go live, but be ready to lose. Track how you're chasing the money. Put that, if you're using TradeZella, tag it. You don't need FOMO, FOLO, greed, all that stuff. Just tag it, chasing the money. I was forcing this trade. I got in too early. I had FOLO, I had FOMO, I had greed, all these things. It doesn't matter. You could just one tag, chasing the money. I was chasing the money. I was just simply forcing a trade. Saw a big candle move, wanted to get in. I was getting in late, all that stuff. Just you were chasing the money. Track how you are doing that. It's good to see that and be aware of it and be honest with yourself about it. Start working on those things. If the chasing of the money is getting into trades too early, track that. Is that a regular one? Is that the harder one? Is that the most common one? Let's work on that. What can I do in my trading system to help me quit entering trades too early? Work on it. Your budget for live trading, honestly, should be your tuition. Think of it as that. Don't hold it tight. Your your budget when you start trading, think of it as tuition. Don't think of I got $5,000 for trading, and if I lose this, this is going to hurt really bad. I have $5,000 to start trading, and I got to win, or this is going to be detrimental because I really can't afford 5,000. Get into a prop firm. Try prop firm trading for your live trading. If you fear losing the money that you have set for a trading budget, go to a prop firm. Don't even do it. I started with 20,000. I lost most of it through the last 2 years. It's taken me over 2 years. I gain back, I lose it, I gain some back, I lose it, I gain some back, I lose it. And a lot of it's because of really, really bad over trading. For the most part, I'm really good at keeping my stops, keeping my money tight. But I came into it saying, I don't care. College would cost me a lot more. A 4-year college degree right now would cost me a lot more and not get me any closer to what I can do in trading for that amount of money. So let it be your tuition. Detach from it. Don't hold it so tight. Ego. Let it go. You do not know. When you enter a trade, you do not know. No matter how much you think you know because of this signal, this signal, this signal, this signal, you do not know. You just don't know. So do not let ego get in your way. Ego is probably one of the biggest drivers of chasing the money. I got a beautiful retest. It's bouncing off the trend line, the support resistance level, the 20 EMA, and RSI says this and that, and so I know this is going to go up. That whole statement right there is ego, and almost guaranteed to knock you down. You don't know. Let it go. Now, I come from that. I did that. I sometimes still catch myself doing that. My first reaction is, once I catch it, I'm like, no, I don't know. I know that I really like this retest. I like this 50 moving average. I like that it's bouncing off of this area and going up. And so I feel I could get a trade, a 1 to 3 trade, but I have this all-time high here. So this trade's no good. I don't care how beautiful this retest is. 3 touch point trend line break with a retest on the hourly with a 50 here. Oh my gosh, that's going to go. But it's got this here. All-time high. Because I was able to draw my brain back, toss my ego away, I can see that, no, I needed to do a little bit more. I needed to be a little different. Let your proven system tell you what it's going to do. My proven system says if this all-time high wasn't there, this would be a great trade to get into. But my system also says, no, there's an all-time high here. Don't do it. This guy's powerful. So if it's a proven system telling you it's good and it's going to go long, set your trade up, set your trade management up, do what your system says to do, and control your risk, because that's the only thing you got control of. And lastly, my favorite, keep this in mind, this one trade will not make me wealthy, but This is one trade closer to wealthy trading. Thank you.